On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the... No. How about it? Every day I'm hustling. No.
Don't quit your day job.
I'm trying to get some grind, hustle music, a good vibe going on because of all the day-to-day stuff we got. You know, something to keep us inspired.
I got one for you then.
Hit me with it.
All I do is win, win, win no matter what.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling that. All right. Now that we got the theme music, let's get down to the specifics on what it is that we got to get done today.
This is Mikel-Claire.
And this is Trey.
And we are the couple of entrepreneurs. We're here to share with you our journey of successes and setbacks as we enter the world of entrepreneurship now that we no longer have 9-to-5s due to the new normal of the world and the pandemic.
Join us as we race the clock to start earning money, gain consistency, and overcome self-doubts and uncertainty as we search for our voices and obtain personal and financial growth. All right, so we got some theme music. We got a winning attitude. Whew. You ready to get this day going?
Yes, I am. That's the right answer, right?
Yeah. Well, before I jump into mine, maybe it'll make me feel a little bit better if I hear about yours. What do you have to do today?
Let's change that. What don't I have to do today?
That really is the better question. Yeah.
But let's see. Today, I'm currently working on my sales funnel. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of a system of sales online that you have to create, like a landing page and a sales page, an order form, those kind of things. It keeps it like focused, whereas a web page is more, you can click to other pages and go to different places, and it doesn't keep the buyer as focused. So I'm kind of working on that, trying to negotiate some pricing and details of a possible freelancer to help with some of my products creation and that kind of thing, which has been interesting in itself. I can't lie. It's like I'm kind of like at a flea market going back and forth with somebody like $2, $2, and they're like, no, it's $200. So that's been kind of interesting. And then, I'm trying to fine tune some of my other page and my sales copy, right. All the wording and things that go into it, and just trying to fine tune this podcast. So there's several things that I'm working on today, and that's just like the short list.
Well, goodness.
Yeah. Right. So what about you? What's on your agenda for today?
Well, first I got to take a breath off of all the stuff that you just said. That's a whole lot going on. Goodness. Well, I don't feel so bad about mine anymore since we both hustling on the same level. You working on your landing page, and for me, I'm trying to iron out all of the details of setting up proper email automation. And for those of you all who don't know and are new to email automation is when you set up a series of emails to automatically go out to your customers or whoever it is that's interested in your brand or product. And it's just a way of connecting with them so that they can build trust. And if you build enough trust, then you can pitch products and services to them and make money on the back end, because that's where all the real money happens. That's where all the real action happens. It happens in these email sequences. But setting it all up can be a little tiresome. It could be a little taxing. But I do know that once I set it up one good time, hopefully I won't have to set it up again, and it can just automate me all the way to the bank, baby.
Now that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I've got like one other little small thing, and that's just, working out, trying to figure out how to make my bundle that I'm selling the best bundle possible. And if you don't know what a bundle is, it's a bunch of smaller products that are included with a larger product, or just a whole bunch of products in general. It's just a way of increasing the value of what I'm selling. And just like the email stuff, it just takes time to get all this stuff together.
Do you actually feel like you're prepared for all these things that you're currently doing? Like, do you feel like you're ready for it?
With the email, yeah, I'm a little more prepared than I previously thought. I have some good software that helps me out with some of the copywriting, so that all I have to do is pretty much give a good general idea of what it is that I want to say, and the software will bang out a nice, good, first draft, and then I'll take over from there. So I just have to kind of iron out the rest of those letters. As far as the bundles, I know what I want. I just have to find it in a way that's easy for me to build, and hopefully not have to ask somebody to build it for me, which is an option because, you know, it makes that process a lot faster. And then, of course, the last thing that I didn't bring up that I'm also trying to work on is hiring some additional help. We were just talking about that. There's some things that I could do that can move a lot faster if I had somebody doing like the small mundane things that just gobble up time. If I can get somebody else to do that to help me and you and the both of us, help me on my project, you on yours, and then our combined project that we work on, I think we can save a lot of hours and use those hours for, you know, so we can hang out and watch TV and have some family time. Man, that was a whole lot. Well, now that you know that I'm prepared, are you prepared?
Not really. I'm more of, this process is more of like a learn as I go type of thing for me. Mm-hmm. I'm discovering new lands and new worlds and venturing out into the unknown. And for me, it's interesting because one of my biggest pet peeves is feeling like I'm ill prepared for something. Okay. And this whole process for me has felt like that. I feel like, you know, I have no clue what I'm doing. I feel like I'm like walking into the abyss of darkness, and I'm just trying to figure it out as I go and discover what it is that I need to research, what it is I need to learn in order to be successful in whatever task that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But prepared is not one word that I would use to describe how I feel.
You said that you feel that you could be walking into things kind of blindly. You know, could you like go in a little bit deeper on that?
Well, it's really the entire sales funnel, I'll be honest with you, because every single part of it is brand new to me. I don't know, you know, I didn't know what product creation was. I didn't know what creating value in your offer stack was. I mean, there's certain things that are just like jargon that people in this industry, they understand and know what it is. But if you don't know what it is and you've never heard of it before, then you just don't know until you learn about it. So there's just, you know, just this learning curve that I'm discovering, and I just feel like I'm just walking forward into the unknown. But every day, you know, I learn more about what I'm doing, or I Google it.
Right.
So it just depends, you know. But I'm discovering that I'm able to learn things that I never knew. So, I mean, that's been kind of rewarding for me, knowing that it's still possible for me.
Okay, well, does it feel like things have shifted into like another direction with you? Because I'm trying to get a good understanding, and hopefully our listeners will get a good understanding as well. Because sometimes you start with one thought process about how to get things going, and then it kind of like turns into something else. Has it shifted for you in any way?
Well, when I first started dabbling in online sales and digital information, I started with trying to look into like possibly like a Shopify store. Mm-hmm. And that's like an online store where you where you sell certain products and create like an online store. Mm-hmm. But I realized for me at the time, I was not willing to put forth the effort or do the research in order to discover like what it takes to be successful in that. So now that circumstances are a little different, it's definitely shifted my attention and my focus into another way of doing online sales. Right. So it has shifted just because of the circumstances, and because honestly, you know, you've been teaching me some things, right, and that's been helpful also. But what about you? Like, have you shifted your direction or path in all of this, and what made you change, if at all?
I think the whole experience in general is a constant shift, because you learn one thing and it seems to create another problem, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because it means that you're getting some growth. The bad thing about it is that now you have to spend either time or money in order to learn that new thing. For me, it's becoming a little bit more aware of my social media presence and building trust and establishing that, because a part of me wants to take the path of least resistance. You should listen to that podcast that we have regarding that. There's no real half measures of getting a good, honest social media following in order to gain trust. That the only way that you could really get it legitimately is to just get out there and get dirty, you know, talk to people, shake hands, kiss babies kind of thing.
Don't be doing that in the time of the pandemic.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm just yeah. No, I'm not kissing no nasty baby. But so yeah, the shift is just trying to to adapt to a new strategy and then trying to understand as much as I can. And I know that the minute I get a good idea of how to handle this social media, it's going to shift again, and I'm going to have to learn something new. It always seemingly keeps me on my toes in one way or another.
Would you like to continue on this path, or what would you rather be doing if you had the choice?
Both of those questions are pretty good, because the first one is, I do enjoy doing this. I enjoy the research because I see the value that it brings in mastering social media, mastering online sales, search engine sales, knowing how to talk to people, selling. Because if you can master that, then you can sell anything. And if you can sell anything, then you'll never really have to work for anybody, because you can figure out a way to get it done. But do I want to be doing it all day, every day? No, of course not. I'm very sleep deprived, extremely sleep deprived. And if there was any one thing I'd rather be doing right now, is just taking a nap, catching up on some sleep, and doing things that I'm hoping aren't harming my body. We still got to work out in, still eating good, but I need some rest. So if I had some time down, I would be in the back snoring. How about you?
What would I rather be doing? If I could be doing anything whatsoever, I would be sipping an ungodly amount of red wine in Santorini, watching the sunset over the crystal blue waters.
Hey, can I come with you?
As long as you're in the hotel room taking a nap.
All of a sudden, I got some energy.
I wouldn't mind that so much. Or feeding me olives or something, then that would be different. But yeah, no, that would be ideal for me. The nice, brisk, calm, warm airs blowing against my cheek, that type of thing. Some type of utter relaxation would be really nice and ideal at this moment. So yes, I know your interests in business. Like I know what you're interested in, what you like working on, that you're never going to give it up because you want that money.
Yep.
But, what are you currently working on of interest that's not necessarily business related?
My number one goal right now is just maintaining some type of physical fitness and eating healthy. That's the thing I spend the majority of my time when I'm not really doing work, is eating healthy and just trying to make my body move. And I need you to understand that I hate working out. I despise it, but I do it because I know what the benefits are, and I do it every day. So it's one of those things where you got to bite the bullet again and just do what you know is good for you. And I'd much rather just sit around and eat junk food all day, but I don't. And, you make these amazing healthy meals for us every single day. So focusing on health and fitness is the other thing that I do. I spend the majority of my time on. Man, that sounds so boring and dull.
I was going to say, it says of interest. Is that of interest to you?
Well, it is. It is of interest because I'm terrified of getting sick and not being able to bounce back. So, I'm trying to get more serious about it. Well, I'm looking at you. I mean, what are you doing that's so absolutely amazing and spectacular?
Well, the thing that I'm working on that's of interest to me, that's outside of business, is building relationships with my beautiful family. My beautiful, wonderful, amazingly handsome son. You thought that was you, right?
I really did.
I know you did. I saw your face.
Yeah.
I saw your face.
I got the puffy chest.
My amazingly handsome, fit honey over here, and also my beautiful, wonderful mother are my priorities in this. Well, at all times, but I was going to say, and especially in these trying times, building relationships with you guys has been amazing and something that I really am enjoying, because a lot of times before we've been forced to stay at home, we were going our separate ways. I was working a 9 to 5 and you were continuing to hustle. Our son was in school. So it's just been a great and interesting time trying to build relationships while we're all in the same space. So it's actually been really good, though, to be honest with you. Some people, I'm sure, are having difficulties, but I feel like all of our bonds are kind of strengthening, which has been amazing.
Yeah.
So that's been something that I've really enjoyed.
All right, good. Well, that seems like a really good place to stick a pin in it.
Could you be more specific?
Thank you all for tuning in so much. We are the couple of entrepreneurs. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and let everybody know that we out here talking money. We're out here talking family and hanging out and eating good, but more importantly, getting money. So please subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.